howdy there, Internet people. It's Belle again. So today, we're going to talk about Trump's Hollywood tariffs and questions. Okay, so Trump promised to extend his tariff tantrum to Hollywood. It was a unique promise that opened up a lot of questions. So many that I'm pretty certain that much like his promise to rename Veterans Day, it'll be walked back. My guess is that it'll be walked back before this video goes out. But I got this message. Hey, you haven't talked about the Trump's movie tariff idea. I'm just sending this to you in case you missed it. You seem to cover all of the economic stuff in plain English better than most. I was really hoping to hear about this from you. If you missed it, Trump randomly posted on social media, quote, "The movie industry in America is dying a very fast death. Other countries are offering all sorts of incentives to draw our filmmakers and studios away from the United States. Hollywood and many other areas within the USA are being devastated. This is a concerted effort by other nations, and therefore a national security threat. It is in addition to everything else, messaging and propaganda. Therefore, I am authorizing the Department of Commerce and the United States Trade Representative to immediately begin the process of instituting a 100% tariff on any and all movies coming into our country that are produced in foreign lands. We want movies made in America again." All caps. Yeah, this one got put on the back burner because, well, it's just all nonsense. I'm sure by the time this goes out, everybody will have covered the fact that movies are an intellectual property and that they would fall under services, which is an entirely different thing than putting a tariff on goods. Honestly, the implementation questions are far beyond this administration. How exactly do you apply a tariff to a movie made overseas? Is the tax added to each movie ticket? A percentage added to your streaming service bill? How much of a movie is required to be filmed outside the United States for the tariff to be applied? Does Trump picture container ships packed with movies that would be counted? Is he picturing crates of DVDs? Maybe they could just take a percentage of the box office. And that's where this gets interesting. It shows where Trump's fundamental misunderstanding of trade deficits is. Lord of the Rings was filmed in New Zealand, primarily. I think all of it actually. The budget was $93 million. I know that wasn't all spent in New Zealand, but let's just say that it was to make it interesting. We'll even round it up to $100 million. $100 million. That's what was spent. That's the cost. It was spent overseas. Evil trade deficit stuff. The box office was about $880 million. Which American studio profited hundreds of millions of dollars off of that? Trump seems to see a trade deficit as the U.S. getting ripped off. Sometimes it's just the cost of being the world economic superpower. It's starting to seem more and more likely that Trump upended the U.S. economy, cost people their jobs, and weaken the U.S. because he thinks a trade deficit is like a budget deficit. Anyway, it's just a thought. Y'all have a good day.